7 fashion mistakes women over 50 make, and how to fix them. You have spent decades building a wardrobe you were proud of. Good pieces, trusted brands, real money, and then one day, you look in the mirror and something feels off. Not wrong, exactly, just not quite you anymore. And when I started paying attention, I realized the problem wasn't my body. It wasn't my age. It was a handful of very specific mistakes that nobody ever warned us about. Today, we're fixing that, sis. Here are 7 fashion mistakes women over 50 make, and exactly how to fix every single one of them. Subscribe now for practical style advice that helps you look polished, confident, and put together without wasting money. Every week, we break down what actually works and what doesn't. Mistake 1. Wearing clothes that fit who you were, not who you are now. This one is personal for me. I kept holding on to a blazer I bought 12 years ago. Beautiful piece, a name you would recognize. I paid well for it, and I kept telling myself it still fit. It didn't. Not really. The shoulders had dropped, the chest pulled slightly, and the whole silhouette was working against me. Here's the truth that stylists will tell you. Fit is the single most powerful thing you can do for your appearance. More than color, more than price, more than trend. A perfectly cut piece from a mid-range brand will always beat an expensive piece in the wrong size. Our bodies shift after 50. That is not a flaw. That is biology. The waist sits differently. The shoulders may broaden slightly. The bust changes. The mistake is not the body change. The mistake is pretending it didn't happen and forcing yourself into clothes cut for a different version of you. The fix is simple, but it costs something. Try things on honestly, not hopefully. Honestly. A well-fitted trouser that skims your hips and falls cleanly to the floor will make you look more put together than anything else in this list. When in doubt, a good tailor is the best investment you will ever make. Alterations are not a consolation prize. They are what women who always look effortlessly elegant are actually doing behind the scenes. Mistake 2. Trusting premium brands to get the shoe right. This one still makes me angry when I think about it. There are brands, and I am sure you know them. The ones with the beautiful packaging and the heritage advertising and the price tags that make you wince, that have been quietly cutting corners for years. The leather is thinner. The insoles are cheaper. The heel construction that used to last a decade now starts separating after 18 months. Women over 50 are the most loyal customer base in the shoe industry. We know what we like. We return to the same brands. We recommend them to friends. And some of those brands have taken that loyalty for granted in a way that is, honestly, a little insulting. The fix here is not to stop buying quality shoes. It is to stop buying on brand name alone. Start reading reviews from women your age specifically. Look at what the sole is made of. Ask how the heel is attached. Stitched or glued matters enormously for longevity. Comfort and structure should come first. A beautiful shoe that you can only wear for 2 hours is not a beautiful shoe. It is an expensive mistake. Mistake 3. Ignoring proportion, especially from the waist down. Proportion is the word that stylists use constantly and explain almost never. Let me break it down simply. Your body has a visual balance point. When what you wear above the waist and below the waist are in harmony, you look pulled together without trying. When they fight each other, something just looks off, even if each piece is individually nice. A very common mistake is wearing a loose, flowing top with wide-leg trousers. Both pieces can be beautiful. Together, without any structure or contrast, they can swallow you completely. The same goes for the opposite. A very fitted, structured top with a very full skirt, where the volume is all wrong for your frame. The fix is to think in halves. If the top half is relaxed and draped, bring some definition to the bottom. A trouser with a slight taper, a skirt that has shape. If the bottom is voluminous, anchor it with something more fitted on top. You do not need to show anything. You do not need to be uncomfortable. You just need the 2 halves of your outfit to be in conversation with each other, not competing. And shoes are part of this equation. A chunky, heavy boot under a tapered trouser creates imbalance. A delicate flat under a full midi skirt can disappear entirely. Your shoes are the base of the whole proportional structure. They matter more than most people realize. Mistake 4. Dressing for the decade, not for yourself. There is a very specific kind of pressure that women over 50 face that younger women don't. It comes from all directions. It says, tone it down now. Cover up more. Go neutral. Stop drawing attention. And a lot of women, without even realizing it, start dressing in response to that pressure instead of to who they actually are. I have seen it happen. A woman who always wore color, suddenly wearing nothing but gray and beige because it felt more appropriate. A woman who loved a strong heel, trading down to a flat she didn't want because she thought she should. These aren't style choices. They are quiet surrenders. The mistake is letting an invisible rule book, one that nobody actually wrote and nobody is enforcing, make decisions for your wardrobe. The fix is to go back to what you actually love, not what looked good on someone else, not what the brand pushed in its campaign, what makes you feel like yourself when you put it on. If that is a red kitten heel, wear the red kitten heel. If that is a bold print, wear the bold print. Style after 50 is not about disappearing gracefully. It is about arriving fully. Mistake 5. Choosing comfort or style instead of both. This is the false choice that the shoe industry, in particular, has been selling us for years. And I find it genuinely frustrating. The pitch goes like this. You are older now. Your feet need support. You must choose between looking good and feeling good. So here is our orthopedic option in beige. It has a rubber sole and a Velcro strap. You're welcome. That is not a solution. That is an insult with a price tag on it. The truth, and specialists who work with women's foot health will confirm this, is that a well-constructed shoe with proper arch support, adequate toe box width, and a stable heel can also be a genuinely beautiful shoe. These things are not mutually exclusive. The brands that tell you they are either haven't done the engineering work or they are protecting a cheaper product line. The fix is to raise your standard for what counts as a good shoe. Comfort is not a compromise. It is a requirement, but it is not the only requirement. Look for shoes where the footbed is cushioned from the factory, not just in the toe area. Look for a heel that is wide enough to give you real stability. Look for leather or high-quality materials that will mold to your foot over time, rather than fight it. These shoes exist. They are out there. You just have to stop accepting the false choice. Mistake 6. Not doing regular, honest assessments of what actually works. I want you to think about something for a moment. When did you last try on every shoe in your wardrobe? Not to wear them, but to really look at them. How they sit on your foot now. How they make you walk. Whether the heel height still feels right. Whether the toe shape is flattering or dated. Most of us don't do this. We keep things because we paid for them, because they were beautiful once. Because getting rid of them feels like admitting something we are not ready to admit. But what stylists call a wardrobe audit is really just honest reassessment. Your style is not static. Your life is not static. Your body is not static. What worked at 42 may not work at 54. Not because you have declined, but because you have changed. And your wardrobe should reflect where you are now, not where you were then. The fix is to schedule this. Twice a year. Put it in your calendar like an appointment. Try things on with fresh eyes. Ask yourself, does this serve me now? Does it fit properly? Does it make me feel good or just guilty about the money I spent? Anything that answers no to all three of those questions does not belong in your closet. It belongs in the hands of someone it will actually serve. This applies to shoes especially. A heel that now feels unstable after an hour is not a shoe you will wear. A flat that seemed practical but makes your foot ache by noon is not doing its job. Let them go. Make room for what actually works. Mistake 7. Letting your confidence shrink instead of your wardrobe. I saved this one for last because it underpins everything else. There is a moment that many women describe, and I have heard it so many times, where they start to feel invisible. Not all at once, gradually. The world starts looking through them a little, and in response, some women start dressing to match that invisibility. Smaller choices, quieter colors, less presence. It is one of the saddest style mistakes I know of, because it is not really a style mistake at all. It is a confidence mistake that shows up in the wardrobe. Here's what I've come to believe, and what I think any honest conversation about style after 50 has to include. The clothes you put on in the morning send a signal, not to other people first, to you. When you wear something that fits well, that you genuinely love, that reflects who you actually are, you carry yourself differently, you walk differently, you take up space differently. That is not vanity. That is self-respect made visible. The fix is to start from the inside out. Ask yourself what you want to say with what you wear today. Not what is safe, not what is appropriate, what is true. Then dress for that. Wear it with intention. Own it completely. Because the women who always look incredible at 50, at 60, at 70 are not the ones who followed every trend or spent the most money. They are the ones who decided that how they show up still matters. And dressed accordingly every single day. Sis, hit that like button and share this with a woman in your life who deserves to hear it. And don't forget, you shine.